Do you feel like you don't know what your personal style is? This is something I hear from so many people. And last week I did a free live workshop on Zoom for a small group of women about how to figure out your personal style. And I wasn't planning on sharing this private training, but I decided I wanted to open it up to you guys because I love you all. It is a little bit longer than a normal YouTube video that I publish, but it was a live workshop. And in that workshop, I answer the questions from the people who are attending, which were great questions about where to shop, how to figure out your personal style, different brands to look for. And I led the group through a process that I do with all of my clients and my students about how to figure out your personal style. It was so much fun. I did it here in my living room on a rainy day, and it's kind of a behind the scenes look at how I interact with people in my community. And on that call, I also mentioned a worksheet. Now, you can get that worksheet by clicking the link up here or in the description box below. And this is a worksheet that's taken right out of my online course, Simple Style. So this is normally a paid product that I give to people, or part of a product rather. And these questions are specifically designed to help you get down to the bottom of what your personal taste is, what your unique style is, because everybody's different. Everybody likes different things and everybody has a different point of view. You also have a really different lifestyle. So the lifestyle that you live is going to be unique to you, and you need to figure out what your precise needs are. And that's one of the things that I often find with clients is that they have gaps in their wardrobes. They're buying things that they don't need and not buying the things that they do need. So this worksheet is specifically designed to help you figure out your taste, your style, what things you like, and it's also designed to help you get down to the bottom of the things that your lifestyle really needs from you. Like I said, I normally include this worksheet in my online course, Simple Style, but I'm actually retiring my course, Simple Style, and I'm turning her into a membership site. So some of you guys here on YouTube have asked me to start a Patreon, and I'm also a member of a mastermind community where a lot of my friends, my fellow business owners, were encouraging me to start a Patreon. Now, if you're not familiar with Patreon, it is just a place like Facebook for people to gather and be in community together and to get more one-on-one access from creators like myself. And so I've launched my Patreon. I'm so excited, and I would love for you to join in. It is going to be fantastic, but right now it's in a founding members launch. So I'm looking for 50 founding members to help me get this thing started. You can check that out also by clicking the link in the description box below. But in this free training, I mentioned the Patreon membership community, and if you're really interested in becoming a part of that, go ahead and watch that live workshop. I'm super excited to be launching my Patreon group, and I am so grateful for you guys. I'm really looking forward to connecting with you more deeply, one-on-one, in a private community. Okay, that is all for right now. I am so very grateful for you. Go ahead and continue to watch the rest of this video if you'd like to figure out your personal style. Don't forget to like this and share it with a friend. And if you would love to become a founding member, then go ahead and click the link in the description box below. Thank you so much, you guys. I will see you in the live training, the recording of the live training. I hope you enjoy it. Okay, so as it gets more and more ominous outside, I pray that somehow the light remains for this call, because it's about to dump here. All right, so let's dive in. Personal style. Welcome if you're just joining. I'm so glad you're here. Personal style is very personal. What does personal style actually mean? So we hear this term a lot, and it can seem a little amorphous, and maybe fashion seems a little hoity-toity or a little exclusive, and I want to break some of those myths for you today. The number one lesson you need to learn to have good style is that you need to accept yourself. You need to accept yourself for who you are, and you need to accept that you really are beautiful and that you have unique beauty all your own. And that's kind of why I love the French style philosophy, is because they have something that kind of celebrates the uniqueness of every woman and highlights it rather than tries to cover it up. So my grandmother is famous to me, she's famous for saying every woman has a beauty all her own. And I think that is so true. And so you have a style and a beauty all your own. You just need to really lean into it. And until you can accept that, you will never have the style that you are really craving, like the dream style that you're really craving. You need to give yourself permission to love the things that you love and to lean into your taste and to study what you really like and to start crafting a wardrobe that makes you feel super good in your own skin. Because the myth is that style is a gene that you receive at birth, which is not true. Nobody has a style gene. Everybody struggles to figure out their style. Some people have a leg up because maybe they had a stylish parent, but that's not always helpful. Even if your parents are stylish, it can leave you feeling like, oh, I don't know how to do this. But there's no style gene. And it is not expensive to have good style. Good taste does not mean always that you're going to spend a lot of money. That's a myth. I mean, I buy most of my clothes secondhand, and I do not spend a lot of money on my wardrobe. And I love the clothes that I have. And I've worked really hard over many years to curate a wardrobe that I love. So you have this taste. And so what I'm going to help you do is figure out what that taste is. So we're going to put our thinking caps on. We're going to open up our minds. And if you love taking quizzes, you're going to love this, because this is like the most fun thing ever. And feel free when I ask the question to pop the answer into chat. So I just want to say that who you are is great. We're not going to change who you are. We're just going to enhance and bring out to the surface more of who you are. So the first thing you need to do to figure out your personal style is you need to get rid of your old style stories and rules. So think back to your childhood and even right now, what are some limiting beliefs that you have around your style? Like for me, just full transparency, just being girls here, girl to girl, I really, really, really dislike my flabby arms. That's just the truth. That's where I carry my weight, is in my arms. And I do not like to show my arms. So a style rule that I have for myself, or a story I have about myself, is that I can't show my arms. I also don't like wearing really form-fitting things on my lower body because I feel like it looks weird, like we all have these like strange hang-ups. So what are some old style rules and old style stories you have? Maybe you were told growing up not to be too flashy, not to be too dressy or to dress up too much because it would attract attention or make you look like you're looking for compliments. So these things don't have to be purely negative, but maybe your mom kind of told you that you can't wear a certain color, or maybe you're not allowed to wear velvet during the spring or something like that. First, you have to identify what these beliefs are that you have about style. And then you need to kind of challenge them, because they may not actually be serving you any longer, and they could be just holding you back from more options. Jennifer says, I am from the 80s and took on a sloppy, oversized look, but it looks awful now. Maybe. I think I know what you mean, like with the 80s, kind of like the big shoulder pads and like the big jackets, blazers that would come out. I think we can work on that though. Definitely there's a great way to do oversized nowadays. Amy says, I'm short but big busted and curvy, so I can't wear form-fitting clothes. Very, very, very good. I totally hear you on that. And I think like figuring out what your body shape is really important, and trying to find pieces, no matter what size or no matter what shape you are, finding pieces that are tailored for you. And that's like a bonus tip, is don't be afraid to find a really great dry cleaner in your town that has an in-house seamstress. Like where I live in Knoxville, we have an amazing seamstress. She's been with this dry cleaner for 30 years. I can bring garments to her and she just knows how to tailor them to my body, like take up the sleeves or bring in the shoulders or show the waist a little bit, so don't be afraid to invest in tailoring into a few good classic pieces. So here's a question that I absolutely love to ask people, and it stumps them every single time, but it is going to help you figure out your taste. Don't let it hold you up too much. Morgan says no prints at all are unflattering for short girls. Going too wild with style will cause unwanted attention, or people will think less of you, which is a shame because my biggest role models were over the top. But that doesn't mesh in small towns. Oh, I totally get that. That is definitely something where if you live in a small city, and you have great style, you have loud style, or different, let's just say different style from what the majority of people wear, you're gonna stand out. And so it's almost like, do I take the risk and stand out and be true to myself, or do I kind of like limit who I am and dim that light and fit in with everybody? That's a hard one. So it really kind of, you have to learn how to not care what other people think, and that's very challenging. Jennifer says, I think take the risk and be happy. Yes, Jennifer, agreed with that. Morgan kind of touched on this. She said that she liked people who had, more loud style or more vibrant style. So your style icon. Get ready to answer this in the chat of any person, living or dead, famous, non-famous, fictional, man or woman, who best represents the style that you would love to have. Like, you look at that person, you're like, oh my gosh, I love her style, or I love his style, or something like that. So I love Jane Birkin. I definitely do not have Jane Birkin's body type, but I love Jane Birkin. I love Blake Lively. Elle Sanders says Blake Lively. Yes, I think she's beautiful, and I love Blake's hair. I've had people say Drew Barrymore. I've heard some clients of mine say Kate Middleton. I've heard people say Bob Dylan or James Dean. I've heard the gamut. I've heard everybody say many different things. So if you can't think of a person, try to think of a style of a person. So, earlier in my story, I was telling you about punk rock, or I was telling you, oh, I love Jennifer Aniston. Yes, Jennifer Aniston all the way. Like punk rock, or maybe you really love things that are a little bit more like country girl, or maybe you really like, think of it like a character. Some person's style that you really, really, really love. And it could just be like a mythical thing. And if that question isn't working for you, try it this way. Whose style would you love to steal? Like, if you could go into someone's closet and raid their closet, whose style would you love to steal? So think of that. The second question is, what brands do you feel are speaking your language? If I said to you guys on the call today, I'm gonna give you $1,000, but you have to spend it at one store, where would you spend it? And don't say the thrift store, okay? Because that doesn't help us figure out what your taste is. This is a hypothetical question. So pop in the chat, if I give you $1,000, where would you spend that money? Jennifer says, I noticed in an English sitcom, a lady who wasn't necessarily shapely or model beautiful, but she dressed in a flowy, flattering ruffles, which made her beautiful and feminine. I love that. Amy Deal says, Audrey Hepburn and Katharine Hepburn. Ooh, whoa, that's so great. All the Hepburns. Ann Taylor, yeah, Ann Taylor. They're very, refined, and yet they're trendy, but they're classic at the same time. They do a lot of tailoring. So keep chat, guys, come on. Now, if you can't think of a brand, why is that? Are you struggling to know where to shop? Tell me in the comments. Are you struggling to know where to shop? Morgan says, these are kind of across the spectrum in style icon. Lady Miss Kier, Britt Ekland, the Bond Girl style, Jarvis Cocker. Oh, I love Jarvis Cocker because I love the tailored looks. Perfect. Think about what brands are really hitting the nail on the head for you. Like, it's almost like they're designing just for you. You know what I mean? Designing just for you. So let me think about that for me. Like, I personally, Theory is really good. I love Theory. I love, this might seem like I'm being, really cheesy, but I love the French brand Rouge. And she, Jeanne Damas, she's a model, a French model. And she created a clothing line that's like completely ripping off all the 1970s French things. So, you've got like lace blouses and floral skirts and espadrilles and leather ballet flats and, all different kinds of things. Jennifer says, I would find made in USA or other artisan country clothes, maybe in a rich part of town at the shops. And Amy Deal says, yes, struggling to know where to shop, love Ann Taylor, but can't afford Ann Taylor, not very in the know on brands. Got it. So that's something that I definitely help my clients with, because I worked in the consignment shop for years and I shop thrift stores. I think that I was able to get exposed to a ton of different brands. And that's one of the things that I do as a stylist is I collect resources. I collect brands. So on Pinterest, if you guys aren't following me on Pinterest, definitely head there, because I've got different shopping boards laid out. And in the style community, one of the things that I am most excited about doing is creating done for you shopping looks. So like, I love shopping. I'm not gonna lie, I love it. I don't always buy the things that I shop for online, but I'm a collector and I love seeing what's out there and kind of finding the best garments out of what's being offered up by different brands. So one of my favorite things to do is to save things on Instagram. And you may not know this, but on Instagram, you can actually save the pictures that you see. So I have like probably, 3,000 different saves. My Pinterest account has like, thousands and thousands of saves, and I have a journal and a notes section on my phone, and I just am finding brands. I'm finding brands for every body shape. I just found the most amazing brand for plus size women, and it is gorgeous. Oh my gosh, it's gorgeous. It's like Honore 11 or something like that. Yeah, so stuff like that is what I'm constantly on the hunt for. What's the best quality? What's the best price? Jennifer says, that would be good to learn brands to go to consignment shops. Yes, that is a great tip. Definitely do that. Like, take your phone with you, make a list. Kirsten says, trying to shop ethically, still discovering Canadian brands I find interesting. Oh, that's it. That's a good one as well. Morgan says brands Massimo Dutti. I love their stuff. Philippa K, Elrond Scott. That's what I love to do. And that's what I'm most excited about doing, I believe, in the style community, is creating like done for you shopping resources. So you don't have to hunt and peck. You don't have to waste any time going on the internet. I do all that for you, because I love doing it and I just want to give it to you. So I'm going to have little outfit collections. So you'd have like a top and jeans and shoes, and here's what pieces are really great this week. Here's a roundup of all the new things from across the internet. Here's the coolest stuff that I just found and I'm giving it to you. Also, if you like this kind of interaction and want even more one-on-one interaction, like if you want a one-on-one styling advice, basically, then this is exactly what you would love in the style community. So that's what I'm excited about showing you guys. Jennifer says, I gotta tell you, when I was young, I wore simple clothes with a V neckline, which highlighted my face. But getting older, I'm finding I need more focus on the clothes since my face does not pop anymore. I'm not trying to be mean to myself, but it's a reality I'm having to overcome. So Jennifer, do you mean that you've got, is it that your coloring is changing? Like, are you graying and you're finding that it's not popping? Or is it like a makeup issue? Like you're not knowing how to do the makeup to make your features pop? Because maybe, I know with my mom, she's definitely talked about struggling. I don't know if you guys just saw my video with my mom. She's all white hair. She used to be a redhead. So she's got brown eyes, kind of gray eyebrows and white hair. And so she's saying, like, I feel like all my stuff is just blending. And so what I helped her do was kind of learn how to do a little bit of natural pop with her makeup. Jennifer says, no, I had natural beauty and didn't have to wear makeup, not anymore. Oh girl, come on. I'm wearing a ton of makeup right now. I think it's fine to wear makeup, natural beauty or no natural beauty, which I said earlier, I believe that every woman has beauty all her own. So maybe it's just about like learning what colors work best on you, because your coloring doesn't change generally, your coloring doesn't change as you get older. It's just a matter of continuing to wear those colors that make your skin tone pop, and then learning how to do your hair and makeup, which I think is really important. I believe that part of your style is learning how to do your hair and makeup and enhance that natural gift that you've been given. I definitely want to teach you guys how to do makeup and hair. That's something that I did my hair and makeup in 10 minutes before getting on the call, and I use all organic, all natural stuff. I use organic skincare that's affordable, that helps you age naturally and gracefully, because I am not about that chemical life. I am not about getting dumb stuff done to your face. Although, no judgment to people who do that, but it can get a little out of hand. And, you know, like, how do you enhance your natural features? There are definite ways to do that without having to do too much makeup or spend too much time and money doing that. That's all stuff I'm going to be teaching in the style community too. Okay, so the next really important 2 questions I want to give you is music, art, time, location. So go on a little dream trip with me, and what we're going to do is we're going to imagine where in the world we would love to live and in what time period. Is that not the funnest thing to do? So like, imagine, for me, I would love to live in Paris in the 20s, you know, minus, you know, cholera, minus all of the terrible things that come with living in really old time periods. But what time most evokes that sense of your style? Like, if you could live anywhere and in any time, where would it be? So like, would you live in, you know, California in the 60s? Would you be in New York in the 90s? Would you be in Spain in the 70s? You know, what's the time period that you absolutely love the most, and where? Amy says coloring definitely changing as I am slowly graying, and also rosacea. Okay, definitely, we can so help with that. I totally understand what you mean, because as you start to have more color showing up, it's definitely going to change the colors that you feel that you can wear. And with skincare stuff, we can talk about that too. Kirsten says, no idea what color type I am. Tried to figure it out, but I find it confusing. To be honest, Kirsten, I find it confusing as well, and I'm not trained in that. But what I will say I am trained in is styling thousands of women and saying, just try a color. Like, hold up a color next to your face and look in the mirror and just ask yourself honestly, does this make my skin glow? Is this bringing out my eyes? You know, like, there's a method to it. You can hold up a piece of white paper and you can see like what's cool, what's not. And, you know, these are things that resources that I can guide you guys to. And the other cool thing that I plan on having in the style community is having guest experts come in. So I actually have a stylist friend here in Knoxville, Carrie Ann McConkey, and she is trained as a colorist. So she knows exactly how to help people figure out their coloring. So that's something that I can't wait to share with you guys. Jennifer says, I had a sloppy style and could get away with it, and now I look old and dumpy. That's why I'm looking for encouragement in dressing myself prettier. Aw, you do not look old and dumpy. I totally know what you mean though. But let me just say this, we're gonna work on that. Like, I hope you do join the style community, Jennifer, because we got to work on that self-talk. Not that you're speaking super negatively about yourself, but yeah, I want to help you feel prettier and just feel more confident in your skin. And the girl can't help it says, yeah, I understand, but things I want to wear sometimes that I need to use makeup to make it work. I don't think there's any shame in that. I agree with you. Totally agree with you. Like, quick mini story is one day I wore no makeup to work when I was still working in a retail setting, I mean. And my coworker came up to me and said, are you okay? Like, you look really sad today. And I was like, I'm not wearing any makeup. Thanks, girl. So, you know, that's how that goes. So you got your time, your location. Love the 20s too, and the 40s, Amy says. 1960s California, or live in the movie Reality Bites. Yes. I love that movie. I'd pick a combo of the 40s fit and 90s grunge attitude. South of France in the 60s, 70s, New York, late 70s and early 80s, Stockholm right now. Love their freedom with fashion. So true. Gosh, I'd be traveling the world looking at ruins, staying in hostels with minimalism, clothing, a backpack, a purse. Oh, affordable organic makeup? Please tell us. Yes. Oh my gosh, I love you guys so much. Traveled to Barcelona a year and a half ago. Love the way the women dressed. I used to get that all the time when I didn't wear lipstick. Oh my gosh. So guys, you have to join the Simple Style community because this is what I love to do. The internet is an amazing thing. Social media is great, but I can't have deep conversations with people. Like, I want to have community. So like on Instagram, I have direct message conversations with people all the time, but I want to be able to have these conversations in a setting where all of us can support each other. We can have more robust help, because my goal is to help save you time and money and to help you feel very beautiful as you are and confident. So everything that I taught in my Simple Style course, I'm going to be teaching you bit by little bit in the community setting. So on Patreon, if you guys are familiar with Patreon, go ahead and put yes in the comments section. I'll just do a quick kind of overview of what Patreon is for those of you who don't know. It's a way for creators like myself to create communities and have patrons support them in their work. Full transparency, when I don't make much money from YouTube. So I do YouTube and I make some money from it. And I had started to see a growth in my channel from ad revenue. And then coronavirus happened. So what ended up happening with the ads on YouTube is that there was so much abundance of attention now that everybody was home, that there was a big supply, right, of time and attention. So advertisers, supply demand, advertisers are not paying as much as they were to advertise their products on people's channels. And that's how I was making a decent percentage of my income. And now I make like last month I made $40 from the channel, which is so like, oh no. Thankfully I have private clients that I work one-on-one with, and my husband has a full-time great job working as a firefighter. But I was like, okay, YouTube is too much in control of my life and my business. I got to find a way to get out of this. And then of course, like, people in my mastermind said, you should start a Patreon. And then a couple of my subscribers were like, are you going to do Patreon? So I thought, why not? Let's just try it out. So what I'm doing is I'm able to create on Patreon exclusive content, and it's kind of similar to Facebook and how it's set up. So you can have a user account, you can contact me privately, and you can interact with each other on Patreon. You can post comments, you can post pictures, and I get to post video content, audio content. I get to post PDFs, links, anything that you guys need. So what I'm looking for is for founding members to help me start this Patreon community. And that was the initial idea. And so I've kind of shared a little bit about what my vision is for it. But I really love to create a community that is focused on helping you guys create classic style, to help you figure out your personal style, to help you figure out your needs in, like, what do you need? Do you need to learn how to do your makeup? Do you need to learn how to do your hair? Like, are you looking to switch from conventional skincare and makeup to organic skincare and makeup? Are you wanting to learn how to sell the clothes in your wardrobe so you can make some cash from your closet, which is something I love to do? I want you guys to give input and feedback as founding members so that we can really create something that works for you. I've got it set up, but I don't have it populated with any content right now. But it's $10 a month just to get started. That's like absolutely doable. And what I find is that most women, over the course of all my time working in consignment shops and then working one-on-one with clients, is that most women have about $500 of unworn clothing in their closet. And one of my great joys is helping women turn those unwanted clothing items into cash so that they can reinvest into their wardrobe, or that they can put towards debt or towards savings or towards a dream trip that they have. So one of the things I did when I was getting ready to go to Paris was in 2 weeks, I sold $450 of clothing, shoes, and accessories in my closet online, basically, and took that cash and took it with me to Paris so that I could buy some cute, fancy clothes, which I didn't end up even using all of that cash, so I put it back into savings. But how nice would it be to learn how to make money from your closet, and then how to turn that into a wardrobe that you find really inspiring. Okay, so that's an idea that I have. So I'm going to be doing a founding members launch over the next couple of weeks. So I'm going to do, the next workshop is going to be about how to purge, edit, and organize your wardrobe. So I'm going to be going through the exact process of how to do that. And then I'm going to be doing the following workshop will be about how to dress like a French woman. So like how to create classic French style. Over the next couple of weeks, I haven't set an end date for when that founding members launch will be over, but after that, the price will go up to $15 a month, and that it'll be that forever, and it'll just probably either stay there for a while or go up at some point again. But if you guys want to be a part of something that's brand new and you want to be like a core group of founding members, then you definitely join. And I cannot wait to have you. But you're going to get to be a part of like the ground level of creating something that's pretty much tailor-made for you. Although I definitely have ideas about how to do the content for you. So one of the things that I definitely don't want to do is overwhelm you with content. So if you feel like you get overwhelmed easily with too much stuff to do, then this will be great for you, because we're going to do one little baby thing at a time. So kind of like what we did today, where it's just like answer some simple questions, talk to Bree, get one-on-one advice from Bree, get some interaction from Bree, then you're going to love this, because I've never done anything like this before. I've never opened up like the opportunity for my followers or fans to co-create something with me. And that's what I'm most excited about, because you guys know what you want, you guys know what you need, and I have all the skills and resources to help give you what you want and need. And I'm so excited about that. Plus, I am like a stalker friend of many French women on Instagram. And I've established some friendships with them, and I have asked them to be interviewed, and they said yes. So I'm really excited about that. So I've got other experts that I'm really pumped to bring in and share tools and knowledge and resources with you. So if you are into that, definitely sign up. The girl can't help it says, "You're so cute." You're very kind. Oh my gosh. Bernice says, "Excited." Elle says, "Yes to Patreon. I understand how Patreon works, and I support someone on it." Oh, cool. I am actually one of Jay Swanson's patrons. And I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Earful Tower, Oliver G. I love his stuff. He's got a great podcast. He's based in Paris. And I just had an Instagram phone call with his wife, Lena, who does the shoe line Deuxième. So awesome. So that's what I'm looking at starting. If you're interested in becoming a founding member of Patreon, then shoot me an email and I will follow up with you personally, one-on-one, so we can talk about it. Because I know that we covered a lot in today's call and we're getting close to time, but I'd love for you to join. I would love to help you out with your personal style and do this on a more routine basis, to go into a little bit more detail with you, a little bit more one-on-one attention. That's what I am most excited about. And if you want to join Patreon, just shoot me an email after this call and I will follow up with you so that we can talk one-on-one about it. But the link is in the chat box. Go to /Brie Lamberson to join. It's $10 a month to get started. You'll have that price forever. And as the price starts to go up and even more cool stuff is added to it, you'll be forever a founding member. And how cool would that be? That would be awesome. I've absolutely loved hanging out with you. You are all super sweet to take time out of your day to be here. Shoot me an email after the call if you're interested. I will also be sending out the questions that we covered in today's call, plus a little bit more from the Simple Style workbook. So you're getting a resource that was a paid resource. You're gonna get that for free just for showing up on today's call. And you can answer the questions that we covered in a little bit more detail so that you'll have for sure like the exact questions you need to figure out your personal style that we weren't able to cover. But let me know in the chat box, do you feel like you have a little bit more clarity about your style, or are you still wanting more? Because I know it was a lot. I'd love you to send me a link. This is my first Zoom. Morgan says, thanks, Bree. This was helpful. Have a great day. The sun's back out in Knoxville. Yes. Nancy says, I really enjoyed this. It was helpful. Always wanting more, Bernice says. Yes, things to think about, says Amy Deal. Okay, I'm going to pop the chat one more time. Someone asked for it. Okay, there's the link to Patreon. And I will send it out also in the email after the call. So patreon.com/Brie Lamberson. Elle says, great stuff. And just as a quick reminder, I will also be sending you guys out information about the next couple of workshops. So like how to clean, edit, and organize your wardrobe, and how to dress like a French girl. And M. Moran says, got it, lady. Thank you, babe. You're welcome, babe. I love you guys so much. Have a great rest of your day. This was exactly the medicine I needed. You guys lifted me up. You have no idea. Good luck hanging in there with the quarantine stuff, and I will see you guys in email. Okay, love you all. Love you all so much. Take care. Bye.